This show brought to you by Circle of Seven Productions, www.cosproductions.com. Please be sure to subscribe and welcome to our circle.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody. This is Patricia W. Fisher with Readers Entertainment Radio, and I cannot believe it's 2022 already. Man, 2021, there were times it felt like it just crept by, and other times it was like, what? It's already December? So it's very frightening. So today, Lisa Kessler from Booklights is joining me, and we were going to talk about all sorts of fun stuff. And Lisa is an amazing person, host slash author slash woman in her own right. So tell the world, the peeps about who you are, Lisa.
Well, let's see. I write paranormal romances, and I just finished my 42nd book, so I've been doing it for a while. And
right?
Super cool. It's exciting. There is a chance, I think, at the end of this year, I will finish my 50th book, so that's exciting.
So that's one of your goals for this year?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Yes. And
well, that's an excellent goal.
Thank you. And I've been hosting Booklights now, I think I'm going into my 4th year, and I have so much fun doing that. Although you have a rocking theme, my theme is more let's sit back and sit in the author's studio. Yours is jamming.
It's very. I feel like it's kind of 70s, like the beginning of a cop drama. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, can't you just see him like strutting down the street, with a
for sure.
gun?
Readers Entertainment Radio.
Yeah, like in the glass. Kind of like, what it reminds me of, the guy from, what's the commercial with the guy with the emu? Like, he puts his glasses down. The insurance commercial, whatever that is.
Oh, is it
Liberty.
Geico? Or...
Liberty Insurance.
Oh,
yeah.
Liberty. Okay.
Yeah. And he's always like, he plays the part well, but it's kind of a goof. It feels like that. It feels like the 70s cop thing. Starsky and Hutch. Yes, I'm dating myself.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Right. But, well, I guess it could be Charlie's Angels, too. Like, they kind of strutted down the street, too. So, but, differently. Anyway. So, yes, the 70s theme works. But, yeah, no, I mean, yours is really mellow. Like,
yeah, mine is like, come sit by the fire with your book in the author's studio.
Let's chill out, man.
Yes, let's have some tea and discuss your latest release.
Sure, let's have some tea. Wink, wink. Yeah, that's what it is. So, yeah, let's just mellow out. So that's a whole different genre of the 70s type story. So, yeah, well, the more things change, the more they stay the same, right?
Right.
So what, I know today is kind of a crazy day on social media and everything because it is the 1-year anniversary of the attack on the Capitol. And no matter how you feel about that, politically speaking, it was an awful day for the police officers that were there. And I remember watching it live and seeing Officer Goodman, like, getting people to follow him up the stairs and away. I'm like, oh, my God.
Right.
So I just was so scared that they were going to obviously hurt him. They were obviously there to, mess things up. So there was a lot of really positive talk about him today online. It was nice to see.
But that's good.
Yeah, I can't imagine how stressful that is for the people who work there. I mean, just every day coming to work and here you are. But yeah, but I just say a big thank you to them and all the police officers that were there that day. I'm sure that was an awful day for them. So hopefully we can suggest some really good, really good distraction therapy, as it were, when we're talking today, because I know everybody still, after a year and a half, almost 2 years of mask wearing and excessive hand washing and everything else, we're all feeling pretty exhausted by it all.
Yes, I have learned that reading about dystopia is much more fun than living through it.
Yes, it is. Yes.
I don't need to research that anymore, universe, so we can just let the plague go.
Yeah, right. Man. Well, and it's funny because, I was a trauma nurse for years, and so when this first started, people were like, you have to wash your hands more, and I'm thinking, y'all should have been doing this already.
Right.
Should have been happening. Like, I don't know why anyone's upset. and that was always. But the one thing I did notice is how much I touch stuff in the stores. Like,
yes.
I started standing there with my hands in my pockets and just kind of leaning in instead of picking it up and, do I want that, and putting it back, and not really processing that like 50 other people may have done the same. And, yeah.
Right.
So
we didn't used to have to think about that, but now.
Right. All the time. So, yes,
for sure.
No, thank you.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm over it.
I'm good. So one thing that we found out over the holidays, for everyone who's listening, we were featured on FeedSpot again as one of the top 25 podcasts to listen to. So we're very excited and proud about that. It's always cool to see us on a list, like a good list. I haven't seen us on any bad lists. But yeah.
If we are, please don't tell us.
Yeah, I don't want to know. It's like, if
I'd rather not
read
know.
a book, don't tag an author with a bad review. Same thing. We don't want to know. So, yes.
Yes.
But yeah.
You're allowed to think it, but just we don't want to know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, not every book. Not everybody loves everything. It just can't happen.
Right.
But
exactly.
One of the things I don't know if you flip through it, and I listen to some podcasts, but I guess when you start looking at lists, you're like, man, there's a lot of people who love books or book podcasts up there. I mean, there are a lot of them, and they're really amazing.
Yes. I agree. Yeah, there are so many book podcasts out there.
And different, just all sorts of different genres and titles are so clever and catchy. I mean, it's like, wow, it just looks like fun. So I'm glad we do this, because I know that there are plenty of people out there who are always looking for the next read or next new author new to them. So that's what's one of the fun things about it. So tell me, what are some of the things that are on your to-do list for 2022, other than write your 50th book?
Well, other than books, let's see. My daughter got engaged at the end of 2021, so some point there will be a wedding. They haven't set a date or anything, so I don't know if it will be in 2022 or not, but there is something positive to look for on the horizon for me. So that's exciting. And let's see. I'm not sure. Everything's very book-focused for me right now because my kids are out of the house, so I pretty much live at the computer. I take that back. The puppy assistant has started agility classes, and she just graduated Agility 1 with flying colors. So we'll be starting Agility 2 later this month. But, yeah, she jumps things and stops on tables and all kinds of crazy stuff. But she had so much fun. She loved it. So the puppy assistant is hard at work. I don't know. Maybe. My mom used to do rallies with her dogs. She did agility and stuff, and so maybe we will. I don't know. I've never done that before. But I'm always looking for I always try new things, because you never know what you could use in a book someday, and it's just fun. And it's fun to play with your dog. It makes them so happy. So.
I know. We got a puppy about a year ago, and she's actually, she is my office assistant at the moment. She's chewing something that she can chew.
Right.
Which is, sometimes you're like, do you have a pen? Is that where my pen went? Oh, that's
right.
But she's funny. She looks kind of like an AT-AT. She's like really leggy and tall and like looks like that, which is funny because she's a dachshund mix, of all things. So she like someone put her like really tall stilts. It's kind of funny.
She's a tall dachshund.
She is. She's very leggy dachshund. But yeah, no, I find that those kind of fun things, those things that people don't normally think about putting into a book, like you're talking about with the agility, agility testing for the dogs or the classes. I mean, those can easily be put into a book, which therefore makes it research, which therefore you can subtract from your taxes, right?
Right. Yeah, well, plus, she is my puppy assistant. She's on all my social media feeds, so it's important that she be well-educated.
It's true.
She's sleeping right now. She's snoring. She's so worried about being well-educated.
Yes, it's her break.
She's on lunch break.
She doesn't have a smoke break. Yeah, she has like second lunches, like a hobbit.
Yeah, 14th nap. Yes. Yes.
It's in her contract.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's in the fine print that I didn't read.
That's right, yes. So how many books did you get to end up reading last year? And are you planning to read just as many or more this year?
I've been listening to audiobooks since the pandemic started, just because I have a really hard time sitting still and focusing. My anxiety is like, what are you doing? So I find audiobooks much easier for me to focus on, because I can do them while I drive or while I fold laundry or while I wash the dishes, or, then I can also be listening to a book. So I've been going through Kelly Armstrong's Canesville series, which I love. If you love urban fantasy, it has lots of cool twists and turns with the CIA and Fae. It's a really interesting combo. So anyway, I've been loving those. And, of course, I've been keeping up with Patricia Briggs' Alpha and Omega series. That just had a new book out, too. And those are always really good in audio. The narration, is always really good. And if you've never listened to audio, somebody who's out there listening and going, oh, somebody reading a book to me, but that's what I thought audio was until my books came out in audio, and I thought, well, I guess I better listen and see if they sound okay. Wow. They're not just reading you a book. Yeah, they're acting out the characters, and you can tell who's talking, and it's almost like the book becomes a movie, sort of. Because they really act it and bring it to life, and it's really a cool way to experience a book. I love it. I also listened to some of Katie Roberts' Desperate Measures as the first Wicked Villains series, which is super hot, so only for the grown-ups, but dang, and those narrators are something. I'm like, no one has a voice this low. But anyway, no one has a voice as deep as Jafar. But those are really good also. But just know what you're getting. Whew, have a fan. And let's see, what else have I read? I read some books for the Vivian's contest for RWA. But it's interesting, when you judge contests, they often have you read books that are not in your genre, which I always wonder about the judging that way, because I'm a paranormal urban fantasy reader. That's what I know and what I love and what I go to when I pick up a book. And so to have me suddenly reading a football romance, I feel like, am I judging this right? Because this isn't, I wouldn't know if they were doing a great job turning that trope on its head, because I don't read this, so it's an interesting thing to think about, because I think about, so when these books win awards, they're winning it from people who don't really like that genre. So I'm like, so I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. But so I read a bunch of contemporaries for that. I did read one really good historical, too, and now I can't think of the name of it. I do love historicals also, because I think those translate with paranormal very much the same, because there's big rules. You can't marry that person because they're out of your class. Or if you marry this person, there will be a war between the two countries, and and all that kind of thing is very similar to the paranormal rules and arranged marriages and fated mates and all that kind of thing. So I do really enjoy a good historical also. How about you? How was your reading year?
One of the things, I wasn't a big, like you're saying, I wasn't a big audiobook. Maybe it's because I'm home all the time. And then my kids were home for a lot of the school year at the beginning of the year because of COVID, and the schools were limited. And so I really couldn't listen to books on tape and get into it, because if I left the room, I'd come back in. Well, it wasn't that. It was I'd come back in the room and they're like switching screens back to class, and I'm like, where were you? And, they're playing video games. I'm like, no. So I have to stay in the room. Like, I'm going to lose my mind. So that was fun. We're very fortunate that I can stay home and do that. But as for productivity, for writing, it was just like totally in the crapper. It was just bad. But we did take some trips, and there was one trip I did have to go up to Fort Worth by myself, which was wonderful. And, my husband's like, do you want us to come with you? And I'm like, no. Let's be by myself. No. Like, because it was I was giving a eulogy for a friend of mine, and they're like, do you want us? No, I don't want you to come. Because I'd been around someone every day for like a year, and it was just like, no, I'm going to be by myself in the car. Time. Yeah, I'm going to stay in a hotel room by myself, and not have to share any food, and, watch whatever I wanted. So, but one of the things that I listened to, I had the book, and I had been reading the book, but I Lauren Wilkinson's American Spy, and I was reading the book, and then I was listening to the audio, and the narrator is Bonnie Turpin, and oh my God, it was just like listening to magic. I mean, she was amazing in narrating this book. I was just completely transfixed hearing her voice.
Oh, I love that.
And she was so beautiful in the different accents and languages, and I mean, it was amazing, and the story was amazing. And then, when I'd go back and actually find where I had stopped for the audio and then read, I'd hear her voice, kind of like you do when you see a movie, and then if you read the book after, if you go back and read the book again, you hear the actors' voices, you hear, the music even playing in between, the chapters,
right?
The bridge. So yeah, it was amazing. One thing I will say is it was a very different thing to hear, sex scenes, and it wasn't in this one, but it was another book, and it was Adventures of a Curvy Girl, and it's pretty, saucy. And I'm like, and I'm driving, and I'm going, wow, this is just like someone narrating,
right?
All these different things. I'm like, huh, and you're like, okay, well, all right, and it was two voices, it was a man and a woman. So it was very interesting to hear it out loud versus hearing it just reading on the page. So yeah, it was a very different thing. Which, of course, I'm in the car by myself again for that one. And so, like, yeah, kids, put your earphones on. Mom's listening to something.
Yes,
that did not
happen. Listening to grown-up things.
Yeah, it did not happen. So nobody get weird. But yeah, it's interesting. So I would wonder how my books would translate into audio at some point. It's like, how would that work? But you're right. The narrator makes all the difference. I mean,
for sure,
all the difference. So
you reminded me that if you haven't listened to Beach Read yet, you should listen to that. Oh, the narrator is fantastic, and the book is great too. The premise is really cool, but wow, the narrator was fantastic. I don't think I would have enjoyed the book as much as I enjoyed the audiobook. And then I told my friends, and they all came back going, "Oh my God!" Like, right? Oh, she was fantastic. Yeah. So Beach Read is really good in audio. It's a great book.
I remember years ago when they first started doing audio books, and a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, audiobooks. It's like, but you think back, it's not really that old of a thing to do. I mean, this is in the past 15 years, it's really kind of taken off. But, they had books on tape before, but a lot of times, it wasn't like mainstream.
And they were clunky.
Yeah,
because you'd have like 16 tapes. So.
Yes, right.
They were very clunky.
Stole tape 7. I can't listen to the next chapter. Someone stole it.
Yes. And no one rewound tape 9.
Right. Kind of like Blockbuster Video. Be kind, rewind. Yes. No. So speaking from someone who worked at Blockbuster, but there was one time I remember I was walking through Barnes & Noble, and it was, you could get the book on tape. And like you're saying, it was like tapes, actual tapes. And Debbie Mazur, I don't know how you say her name, but she was narrating Janet Ivanovich books. And to me, I was just like, oh, my God, I can't even imagine how fantastic that has to be to hear her narrating those books, because you can almost just I'm sorry, I haven't gone back. I should go back and get one just to hear her voice, because those books are hysterical, and I can't even imagine her doing them. I mean, that would be great.
Yeah, a good narrator really makes the book. But if you're having a hard time focusing like me during these plague times, the audiobooks have been a wonderful gift, because you can keep your hands busy doing something else and still read, which is nice.
Yeah. Oh, my other dog assistant came in. She's yelling at the first one. Go. Apparently she's not doing her job. So yeah, it's so now they're going to go downstairs and wrestle. So yes,
that's right.
Downstairs with you. So yes, let's run away for a little bit. So we covered that. But I mean, what are some of your other? I mean, has there been anything in particular that's helped you in the last year to really get your stuff done regarding writing? Has there been any books on craft or anything like that that's helped you?
The biggest thing that's helped me during the plague is writing on Zoom with friends. That's really the only way that I can focus. So we co-work, where you show up for sprints and somebody runs a timer and you just work for 30 minutes and then you come back and report how you did. So that keeps you off the internet, because you don't want to be the one person to go, on Twitter. So during the pandemic, that has been a lifesaver, to be able to, just get on Zoom and write with people. And for some reason, just knowing someone else is working too makes you I guess it's similar to going on a writing retreat in person. I've only done that one time, but when we went out of town and we rented a B&B and we all wrote, and I did find that, when you start having the little monster in your head going, I don't know if this is good, maybe we should watch TV, you look up and everyone else's hands are on the, you're like, okay, I'm going to keep writing.
Yeah. So, and that creative energy, in the room is huge.
For sure. And you can do it virtually now that we all know how to use Zoom. So that has been a saving grace. Also, from other writer friends, I learned to time myself, so I know about how many words I can get per half hour, and so I try to make sure that I sprint enough times to make that happen. And so it's very, very Nora Roberts, button share, hands on keyboard. I don't have a magic solution, but that seems to really work for me to get the words on the page. And readers, too, have been so fantastic, because at the beginning of the pandemic, I felt like, why am I doing this? The world's on fire, and I'm writing people falling in love. This is, I should be doing something to help. And then readers were coming out telling me, we need books with happy endings more now than ever before. And I thought, okay, so they really inspired me to keep going and get those books out, because people do need them. So that was wonderful.
You always need hope. Yeah, there's always hope. I mean, there's always a good spot somewhere, and we all need that, because if we don't have that escapism, even, or just a really great story, people were posting all sorts of stuff. When they had the lockdown in Italy, people started just singing on their balconies, and everyone was just sang along, or someone started playing a piano in their apartment, and someone else came out with a guitar, and someone else, and it was just you saw this kind of camaraderie of, we're all in this together type thing, and we'll get through. And it's there. It's always there. I think that sadly, and this is our own monster that we created as people, we tend to, we like good stories, we like happy stories, but then we don't click those as often as we do the train wrecks, And so maybe if we click the good stories more, there would be less crazy reported for clicks.
Just for clickbait, right.
Right. So it's very interesting to see what goes on, but I guess people sometimes are more resigned to, well, it's all bad. It's but it's not. It's just
right.
not. I mean, yes, there's crappy things. I mean, don't get me wrong. And it's not all unicorns and rainbows, but sometimes moments can be, very sparkly rainbows and unicorns. And that's okay.
And there's never a bad time for a unicorn.
Never. And a unicorn holding a full coffee mug, I'm all in, because that's what it's all about, right?
For sure.
Glitter, unicorns, and really good coffee. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
Oh, and word count.
Yes.
Those 4 things.
Yes, those 4 things.
So what is on your to-be-read pile for this year?
Oh, my to-be-read pile. Well, I have to read the Morning Glory Milking Farm because everyone tells me that I have to. So it is on my list.
I have heard many things about this. I'm like, I'm not so sure.
Yes, the Minotaur Romance. Yes, I did get the sample of it and put it in my Kindle so I wouldn't forget. And I did start it, and it is refreshingly, it has some dynamite world building at the beginning. I haven't gotten to the actual milking, but the world building is something else. It's really great. It's very well written. So that's on my list. And I also just recently discovered, I don't know how I had missed it, but, oh, come on, Lisa. Come on, brain. It's going to kill me that I'm opening up my Kindle app now so that I can tell you. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. What's her name? I also read Run, Posey, Run, and that was way out of my usual genre, but it was enjoyable. Gina Showalter, thank you. Gosh, Gina Showalter wrote a book about the evil queen from Snow White, who is my most favoritist villain ever. And I don't know how that slipped past me because it's a few years old, but that one's next up on my to-be-read list. It's called The Evil Queen, and it has an apple on the cover, and I'm very excited about that one. Beyond that, I don't know what other books are coming that I'm going to need to get right away. But for now, those are on my list, but I'm still finishing an audiobook. I think I'm on the last book of the Canesville series of Kelly Armstrong's.
Oh, wow. So busy.
Yes. What about you?
All sorts of stuff. There's one book called They'll Never See Me or something like that. I'm trying to remember. But it's about a bunch of people that get together, and it ends up that they're all sociopaths, and then one of them dies, one of them's murdered. And so they're all trying to figure out who did it. And I'd heard all about these books. Yeah. And so, but it's told from the first person of one of the people there. So, yeah, and someone had mentioned it because I'm in San Antonio and the author's from Austin. And so they're like, oh, you should look at this book. So I thought, oh, well, okay. And again, it's not, like you're saying, it's not in my usual wheelhouse. I usually don't do thrillers, although I've read them before. It just looks really intriguing. So I wanted to try that one. I've been just trying to read more in general, like every day, because I played way too much Angry Birds in 2021. And really, those birds aren't going anywhere. They're just not, and neither are the pigs. So it's all good. But just trying to read more. I started taking Mark Dawson's he does the writers, advertising and marketing for yourself. And of course now I can't remember what his thing is, but he started a TikTok one this week. So I'm learning about book talk, and that's very interesting. Okay. And my understanding is that the book talk world is very voracious and immense. So learning how to tap into those readers.
I am on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do not believe that I have learned how to tap in, but my daughter, who is younger and more into TikTok, has told me that I'm adorable and pat me on the head. And so I'm pretty sure that my TikTok brand goes right in with the rest of my brand, where my dork flag is flying super high. But
you gotta love it.
I am on TikTok.
So maybe one of our goals this year is to just get better at TikTok, and we'll see how it goes for 2022.
Right. Right. We should get the podcast on TikTok somehow. I don't know.
We should
think about it.
Okay, let's brainstorm it. So, but thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. You'll have to come on Book Light sometime, except that's in the morning. But
I can do it.
But
I'll
you
be
could
there.
come on.
Okay. This is Patricia W. Fisher with Readers Entertainment Radio. We've been talking to author Lisa Kessler all about what we're doing in 2022 and all the amazing stuff we're going to do. So keep on listening to us, people, because we're going to do some amazing stuff over the next 12 months. And keep on reading. Please stay safe.
This show brought to you by Circle of Seven Productions, www.cosproductions.com. Please be sure to subscribe and welcome to our circle.